Hey guys, it's Sky, and this is what's so funny. Uh, it's been a minute since I've done the podcast. Obviously, the golden rule is personal life comes first and then comedy. Unless you do comedy for a living and then, you can balance the two. For me, lately, it's been, I've been trying to balance both. And then, of course, we're going to get into that. But we're going to go into, what's so funny right into it. So first things first, we're going to go into what this is more of the first half, or at least the first part, is going to go a little into my personal life, which I don't really go into very, if not often at all. But I'm going to go into my personal life a little bit, because it is what stopped me from doing comedy for a few days, which felt very weird, and it made me think a lot in the past few days on what if, because I didn't know how long the specific event was going to take, because it could have taken a week, it could have taken a couple weeks, it could have, depending on the specific event, I don't know. Didn't know if I was going to have to get a replacement certain thing. The reason I'm going around this circle is because you're going to hear about the story in a moment. So, with that being said, here is the actual story of what happened. I will foretell warn you that it is going to sound like a crazy person telling a story, but this is the honest truth. And of course now it has been a solid week, so it has been taken care of. Everything's been fixed, but this is the story of what actually happened. So on Sunday, I was leaving a friend's house, and there's a dumpster at the house, like a big industrial dumpster. And I was leaving, so I backed out so two people could leave, so I could follow. And I got stuck in the rocks, because the whole driveway is just rocks, like actual rocks, not just pavement, but actual rocks. And when I broke, put on the brakes so they could go in front of me, my tires got apparently stuck when I broke and pushed me back farther than I wanted to go and pushed me into the dumpster. And at first I had no idea that I had gotten pushed into the dumpster until I heard a legit crash. And I look in my back window where my windshield wipers are, and I heard this noise, and at first I had no idea what it was, and I finally look, I'm like, what the fuck? And I look, and my window is like half missing. And at first I'm like, what the fuck? So I jump out of my car and I look at my window. It goes from being this big off screen to like that big. I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting me, man. Warning, there's gonna be swearing in this. I should have started with that. And then I just go and I look at it. I kind of touch it, which is really stupid because it's glass. And pieces begin to fall out even more. I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting me. I gotta be somewhere in 10 minutes. You gotta be fucking shitting me. No, I'm an hour or and some change away from my house. I gotta be somewhere in 10 minutes. What the fuck am I supposed to do? It's great. I tell my other friends what happened. They're like, you gotta be kidding. Wow. I tell them the story. My one friend had seen what happened. The other one was like, wow. I obviously have to tell my fiance, because I'm going to come home and her window's missing. That was not a fun conversation. But I spent the next 2 days with no window. But of course, driving home from this area was the kicker, because I had a guy tailing my ass, flashing his lights. So I didn't have a window protecting me. So it was like, flash, 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 flash. I'm like, you dipshit. I can see you flashing your lights at me. If I had seizures, I would have had one. Or you. that's not even the best part of this story. The best part of this story is the fact that people were looking at me like I didn't know I was missing my goddamn window. You don't think I can't tell I'm missing the back end of my window? Because I was already missing chunks of it. I even had 2 friends, with my permission, get rid of the rest of it. So when I was going back home, shards of it weren't falling out off the highway. Yes, I am very aware that I'm missing my back window. Thank you for pointing out the obvious, Captain fucking Obvious. So, what really sucked is not only was I missing part of the all of the window, I had 3 comedy shows that whole week. One I had to be in, and then the other 2 I was going to go see. Well, I obviously couldn't do any of those things, because the first 2 I had shards of glass in the back of my car, which I had to deal with abruptly. I could not drive around with shards of glass, which for 2 days I had to, because I didn't have much of a choice. The 3rd day I had to go clean it out, and then it was just a hell of a trip to deal with. Finally, on day 3, we find out, oh, by the way, we can get you in, because it took forever, because it happened at night, so it was like we had to wait and do this and do this and do this. And, you know, we had to get in and make sure the insurance got a hold of us, or I got a hold of insurance, which I had to do in the freezing fucking cold, because where I was at, it was too loud, and then gotta get this done, and then make sure we didn't need a rental. I didn't know how long that was going to take, and then finally we got everything done, got in, made sure we could get the window fixed, which took like 3 hours, which is normal. And then the windshield wiper had to be put on a different day, which was actually ironically today. And then we had to let the window sit. So you couldn't open the rest of the windows for like 3 days, which meant I could not go very far or at all for the next 3 days, which meant I had to skip another comedy show, which I felt really bad. And then, now today, finally, I can go to a comedy show, which you can see me tonight at Parma. If you want, ask Nancy Abraham and or Monty Lumpkin about the next show, which is tonight in Parma, which is the one I'll be at. I'm not performing. I'm just going to be there to support, because I've missed too many comedy shows. 1 too many. I've actually missed 3, but hold on 1 second. Yeah, sorry about that. So yeah, so you can catch me at those shows. Anyway, but that is pretty much what happened this whole entire week. So this was a very weird week, to where my personal life had to take the front seat of everything. Normally, I can balance the 2 and do comedy and personal life, and literally, I had to put comedy in pretty much on hold for a week, and it felt very weird. It did. It felt very weird. And so I felt like I had to put this out, just tell people, hey, this is what happened. This was the issue that happened. And I do apologize for not being there for a lot of people. I actually missed a Dan Broughton show, which I was really sad about, because I really wanted to go. I was so bummed. There's a couple other shows I missed that I was really bummed about too. So yeah. But, you know, I'm gonna go back at it now that my car and I are on better terms. We might need therapy for the next few months, so be aware. If you are a car human therapist, hit me up. Of course, I am not quitting comedy because of this little hiccup. But I, on the other hand, on my little, as I call my little break that I took unexpectedly, I did watch Hellavos. I watched the season 2 of Has Been. I've been getting into a lot more TV shows. I'm gonna watch the Demon Hunter thingy that was on Netflix. I want to do that. I want to watch season 2 of Wednesday. I want to finish watching Chucky, because I stopped somewhere in season 2 and I fucking love that show. I want to incorporate some Hellavos stuff in my comedy routine, which is gonna be like, woo! That's gonna be something else. I want to do a really dirty set in terms of like getting my inner Moxie out. If you know who Moxie is, oh, you better be ready. I might do one night where I go, if you know that I'm going to be performing and you've seen Hellevoss, you would be hella aware that the Moxie's coming out that night. But yeah, I'm so excited for the future stuff that I have planned. I am so psyched. So, and then in terms of my next show that I have coming up, it's actually gonna be treated more like an open mic. It's Sunday at the Cove. Obviously, I do a lot of Cove showings lately. And I always find it funny because the ongoing joke is that I am from Parma, and I drive out to the Cove, which is in Geneva on Lake, which is a big tourist attraction in the spring and summer. But I drive out there. I've been driving out there for October, November, September. So it's 3 months now. Every weekend, about almost every weekend. There's a couple weekends I probably missed, but yeah, it feels like 3 months probably. And honestly, it's a pretty solid gig that I go every weekend, just about every Sunday I've been going, and I really, really enjoy it. And then December is going to be like the off season where I don't do it, and honestly, I love it. I finally know how to get to Geneva on Lake without a GPS, which is like super pathetic, but for me, somebody who has the worst sense of direction on the planet, to know that I can get Geneva on the lake without a GPS now. So like if I go there for like just for fun, I know how to do it without a GPS now. So I have to do it like 10,000 times, which I feel like I did already, and it feels great. So and then what was the other thing? I have no more shows after that for right now. I'm going to be helping out Jimmy Ward and Wardy's Laugh Factory with the event coming up. I do not remember the day off the top of my head, but it's Doug Inkerman, Westside Ken, Jimmy Ward, and there's one other person, and he is a clean cut comic, meaning he doesn't swear, which I'm not going to lie, I didn't know what that meant. I actually had to ask Jimmy, and he goes, it's a comedian who doesn't swear. Again, I'm not against comedians who don't swear. I just, I'm so used to comedians who swear. I didn't know there was such a thing, I guess. Jeff Dunham swears. Jeff Foxworthy swears. Lady Cable, I'm pretty sure swears. I swear. Jimmy Ward III swears. Most of the comedians that I watch swear. So I didn't even know there's such a thing as clean cut comedy, but I guess in the world of comedy, there's a thing where you don't probably swear. It's probably very rare, but who knows? And then Lindsay Shaw, not Lindsay Shaw, the girl that looks like Drew Carey, or Jim Carrey. I think it's Jim Carrey. She's gonna be at the Funny Farm tonight, and then tomorrow, I think it is. I missed out because, again, my car issue story that I just mentioned, did not know that was going to happen. So, yeah, fortunately, I didn't buy my tickets soon enough, and that sold out tonight at 7:30. It might have sold out at 9:30. I don't know if that's the next showing or not. And then tomorrow they might have tickets. I have no idea. You have to look on Funny Farm's website. Don't quote me on that, but I heard she's really funny. So yeah. And then, this is not by any means a sponsor of this video, but I gotta shout them out. Jungle Gyms. Jungle Gyms. Go check them out. They are fucking fantastic. They are an international market here in Ohio. If you want to see stuff from like all over the fucking universe, they sell alligator meat, ostrich meat, rabbit meat, bison, venison, tilapia. It's fresh, by the way. All of it's fresh. Go check them out. They're called Jungle Gyms. They're really cool. You can find spices from all over the world. Different meats, different eggs. Ostrich egg, by the way. It's very expensive, but you can go buy it if you really want to. Be brave. Yeah, it's such a cool place. I spent money there when I went to go hang with some people, and oh my god, it was so worth the money that I spent. Christmas is coming up. You want a unique Christmas gift for somebody. If you don't celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah. If you don't celebrate that, Kwanzaa. If you don't celebrate that, just a gift in general. Do that. Any other religious, non-religious, something holiday. That. If you just love somebody, that. If you hate somebody and you want to give them a gift for some oddball reason, trust me, they have something probably there for them. But yeah, that place was really cool, and I have to shout Jungle Gyms out for that. So, anywho, with that being said, I told you this was going to be more of a personalized video than more about my comedy, because a lot has happened in the week that I've been gone from comedy, and so I needed to kind of use this 20 minutes that I would normally be kind of being like, hey, this is what's going on in comedy. Yes, there's a little bit of comedy and what I have coming up, what I've been doing, but like a lot of it was like, hey, this is what I've been doing the last week, because of my beginning statement of my car and I had issues. So yeah. Besides that, I am also excited because in December, I am also going to GalaxyCon here in Ohio. And for those who are nerds like me, there are still tickets obviously available. It is in Columbus, Ohio. It is at the Columbus Convention Center. It is so much fun. I went last year for the first time. I'm going the second time. I'm going to be there all weekend. It's very exciting. I'm going to go as Bluey, Perry the Platypus, and I don't know what my third cosplay is. There's kind of a jump between Marty McFly, which I've done years ago. Marty McFly. My Ewok costume, which is a little more complicated to leave home with. I want to do really basic cosplays. Marty McFly is just jeans, a jacket, and a wig. It's a hunting jacket that's reversible, so the orange side would be showing, not the obviously the other side. And then there was a couple other cosplays I had in mind, but I don't know yet. And then, obviously this year for GalaxyCon is crazy, because obviously Weird Al is going to be there, but I met him last year. Phineas and Ferb are going to be there. Lots of people are going to be there. So if you want to see who is going to be there this year, you should go hit up GalaxyCon.com or go check out their Facebook. Oh, crumbs. Go check out their Facebook, because that's who you will find out who's there. I don't want to spoil everybody who's going to be there, because that's no fun. And then finally, the big news that I've kind of been keeping on the down low is and no, I'm not pregnant. I did not want that to be the first thing that came to everybody's mind. No, I don't know how to tell everybody. So I recently got in the show Hello Boss, right? And I know you guys are thinking, oh my gosh, it's just a TV show. You don't realize something. Me being bisexual, my gay little ass, I got super emotional with that show. Super emotional with that show. So emotional with that show. And I kid you not, my emotions ran so fucking high with that show, to the point that I was bawling. And that's after I watched Has Been Season 2 with Sir Pensions. And I kid you not, My emotions were fucked with so hard. I did not like it. But I love Hella Voss, and I love Has-Been too. You want to know more? Bye, guys.